Coach, in your game versus Drexel last Saturday, Drexel had 12 goals on 24 shots in the first half, compared with 2 goals on 6 shots in the second half. What was the defense doing wrong in the first half of the game, and how did you adjust it during halftime?
I'd say a combination of a couple of different things. One, I thought Drexel did a great job of taking advantage of our defense as we just played a little bit too passive. I thought we kind of sank in a little bit too much and gave them too many opportunities without getting our sticks in their gloves and gave them free shots at our goalie, which, I think Austin will be the first one to tell you it wasn't his best game. And if you're not getting out there and bothering the shooter, you give, free shots from 10 to 12 yards, they're going to have success, especially a team like Drexel who shoots the ball very well. In the second half, we definitely tried to put a little bit more pressure and extend our defense a little bit more from our goal. I think Drexel was content with their lead, so didn't attack as much in the second half as they did in the first half. So I think that played just as much a part of it. But I thought our defense did a much better job of extending out, trying to get their sticks in their gloves, knocked the ball to the ground a bunch, turned the ball over a number of times, which gave us, plenty of opportunities in the offensive end. We just came up a little bit short in the end there.
So this is the first of 4 games this season that Penn State has outscored its opponent in the second half but hasn't won. Do you think the team just dug themselves into too deep of a hole to come out of it on Saturday?
No question. Yeah, I think that when you play this, especially in our league, the CAA, everybody's pretty good. I think we're all so tightly contested, especially from 2 to 6. The number 1 team in the league is separates himself a little bit. The last place team in the league separates himself in the other way. But I think we're all pretty close. There's a lot of parity. You go down by 6 goals like that, you have to work so much harder in the second half. And part of it, we ran out of gas a little bit. The other part of it is they're a good enough team that to overcome a 6-goal deficit in the second half from a team. Penn State, we're only averaging about 7 to 8 goals a game. That's asking a lot out of your team, and just didn't come out with as much energy, with as good an execution as we wanted to in the first half. And obviously, I think we just put ourselves in too deep a hole, like you said, to come out of it. It was unfortunate because I thought the guys really started to play well in the second half, and felt like we just kind of ran out of time there.
Well, on a positive note, the team's ball transitioning did seem to be improved this weekend. They only had 10 turnovers. That's the least amount they've had all season. What do you think finally has brought about this improvement?
I think our guys' commitment to stick work in general. I do believe we've gotten better every week. I don't think the results necessarily show. Having lost to Bucknell, a close win against Lehigh, and then this past weekend's loss against Drexel. But I believe as we watch our guys in practice each and every day, we watch ourselves on game day, we've improved in some key areas. Stick work has been one of them. Clearing the ball, getting the ball from defense to offense has been another. We cleared 100% against Drexel. Those things have helped. We just got to tie together a complete effort. Every time that a couple of things start to improve or increase in productivity, it seems like something else kind of takes a step back. And this week it was our defense, which has been very consistent all year. I'd say it's been one of our stronger parts of our team. So it was unfortunate that broke down in the first half like it did. I thought it played a good 30 minutes, quality 30 minutes in the second half. But it's nice to see that some of the other things are coming around. And with 3 big games left in the CAA, I'm hoping that we can kind of put it together and find a way to have success down the line here.
The team had 9 penalties for 7 minutes this weekend, and Drexel scored on 4 of them. What will you guys do this weekend versus Towson to prevent the Tigers from having this type of upper hand?
Specialty positions in general, both ends of the field, our man down gave up 4 goals. Our man up went 0 for 5. We got to do a better job of just practicing at a higher pace. We targeted last week's preparation before Drexel is just lackluster. I didn't think either side of the ball gave a great effort. We targeted it yesterday in practice, had a good 15-minute spirited go, specialty positions, man up, man down. We'll do that all week. Towson's pretty good, especially in the defensive end, but capable on both sides. We got to do a great job of preparing ourselves this week and just competing harder in practice. I didn't think that we did a great job of challenging one another in practice this past week, and got a little lackluster, and I think it showed on the field. And you take away a couple of those goals and man down, score 1 goal man up, and it's a completely different game. And it was unfortunate that we let all those opportunities slip through our fingers.
So you have 3 more games this season. They're all conference matches. How important is it for the team to really come out and be successful in this pretty much is crunch time.
Yeah, and I think that's the way we're approaching it. I think both teams would be. I would imagine Towson's probably doing the same thing. I think you'll find two teams that are in desperate need of a win and that are going to play with great urgency. I hope that are going to play with great urgency through the course of this game. I hate to say that the season's on the line because with two games against Hofstra and then Delaware at the end of the season, anything can happen. Those are two great teams that could provide wonderful opportunities for us. But I think we got to value each opportunity that we have in front of us right now and not take any of them for granted or overlook any of them at this point, knowing that any one of these wins or losses could mean the addition of another 3 or 4 days of practice as we get into the CAA, or losses could mean that the regular season ends the season for our seniors and for our guys. So I'm hopeful. We have so far, but I'm hopeful we'll continue to practice with urgency, and I'm hopeful that their preparation will match the urgency of the game that's on the line this Saturday night against Towson.
So yeah, it's your last home game this Saturday versus Towson. For the seniors, it's senior night. Is everybody kind of extra pumped for it?
I think they will be. It's a double-edged sword. You get excited because it's it's a night game. It's Blue White Weekend. It's a CAA game. You're trying to compete and play for your seniors. The other side of it is you could get so wrapped up emotionally in your last home game that you don't execute to your ability or capability. So we're trying to play it up because I think it's a great honor. Our guys have done a lot to put themselves in this position. Our seniors have given a lot to Penn State lacrosse, to lacrosse in general, and I believe represented our program and our university with great pride. The other side of it is I hope they can just kind of go out there and downplay it a little bit, but just go out there and try to regain memories of what it was like to play on Jeffrey Field based on their performance in 60 minutes of play. And I think if we can do that, we'll walk off the field with a good feeling for our seniors, and they'll be able to walk off the field with a great memory of what their last game was like here at home here at Penn State.
Thank you, Coach. Good luck this weekend.
Thank you very much.